Hey friend, I see you. Life after 40 isn't easy, especially when you're juggling a job, a family, and a body that feels tired before the day even starts. I've been there. At 39, I was overwhelmed, overweight, running on fumes, and wondering if my best years were behind me. But here's the truth: turning 40 can be the start of your best decade yet. In this video, I'll share exactly how I transformed my 40s into the most exciting, fulfilling chapter of my life, and how you can thrive at 40 too, even if you feel stuck, exhausted, or invisible right now. Together, we'll talk about the small, powerful steps that helped me rediscover my energy, my ambition, and my joy. Now, if you're ready to stop merely surviving and start truly living, stay with me, because this is where your self-discovery begins. Okay, to put into perspective why I love my 40s so much, being in the 40s so much, I would like to tell you about my previous 2 decades. Now, I actually started really living when I was 20 and in my 20s. And the 20s were the time to go to school, to finish university, to get different jobs, to taste different things of what I would like to do in my life. It's where I played around with the idea of being a real, employee on the radio. I loved teaching, especially in English class, and I was toying around with the idea of being like an animator. It's not somebody who draws, but I was an animator at a spa where I made guests feel good about themselves and about the time that they were there as our guests. And the 20s was also the time when I was single for quite a long period of time. And it was 5 years from my first relationship that I found my then boyfriend and my now husband. So my 20s were basically trying to find myself and what I want. And then there were 30s. Now with the 30s it was like this. The 30s is where the reality kicked in. I was now fully employed. I was working in a corporate job, which I never thought I would. Our relationship with my boyfriend was steady, and we decided to make a family. And also we decided that, the small apartment that we lived in was too small for us, living with my parents, so we decided to build a house. So building a house went according to plan. However, making a family did not go according to plan. And we were, especially me, I was in and out of the hospitals from 30 to 34. But then when I finally did get pregnant, with the help of fasting and some soul searching, there were the different kinds of problems, the problems of motherhood. The 30s and the 20s were basically overwhelming. And I was really looking forward to hitting 40. And in my corporate job, there were a lot of women who are the same age as me or who are a year or two older than me. And they, stepped over the threshold of being 40 before I did. And I always thought that that must be so exciting, a new decade, a decade where we get to do it like we want to do it, to experience things like we want to experience things, not always be pushed around like by the life and by other people and by money issues and by stress and work. I was really, getting hyped up about the hitting 40s. But all of the other co-workers, especially women, they were horrified. They started looking in the mirror, they started looking at the wrinkles that were forming around the eyes. One even said, "Don't even mention my birthday to me. I am going to get drunk and forget that that day even exists." And I was floored because I really, really expected people, especially women, to be happy turning 40. So yeah, it was really strange, and this 40th birthday for me was something very special, and I never really do birthdays, and I didn't really do that one as well because my oldest son had smallpox, and as it turned out, I didn't have them when I was a child. So 14 days into my 40th year, I got the birthday present from Mother Nature, and I got the smallpox, and I thought that I was going to die. I was scratching all over. I had blisters all over my face, all over my body. I didn't know what to do. I was standing in under the shower at 2 o'clock in the morning, letting water drip down my face and down my body, and soothing the itching that was going on because of the smallpox. So yeah, it was really not very good experience. But anyway, I still was happy to be 40. It was incredible, the feeling. I really liked it because I said to myself numerous times when I was 38 and 39, 40, it's going to be something different. I'm going to make something out of myself. And that's exactly what I started to do. I was learning. I started to learn more than I ever learned in school, ever in school. And I was in school from age 6 to age 23. So do the math. But I never enjoyed learning that much, as much as I did now that I was 40. Why? Because I was learning the things that I wanted to know. I was learning how to sew, and I sewed my boys the most incredible, unique hoodies they could ever wear. So my boys, when they got to school, they were like, cool kids. I learned how to I already knew how to bake cakes, but I learned how to ice them properly, with the fondant and everything. And my cakes were like magical. And then I started to think, why not make a blog? And I decided to learn how to make an internet page for myself, my web page. And I did that, and then I learned how to blog, and then it was LinkedIn, and finally it was YouTube. So I'm still learning all of the time because everything that I learn is exciting and new, and it pushes me on, and it opens up new ideas and new frontiers that I know that I'm going to crack because I want to learn. So it's incredible, the power and the desire for learning after I hit 40. It is incredible. Also, I am reading a lot. I read most of my life. I really liked to read. To give you some context, my husband and I were such bookworms that our wedding pictures were taken in a library. They are great, but we were the first to come into our city's library and say, can we take our wedding photos inside? And they were like perplexed. Really? In a library? We said, yes. So we were the first and probably the last to take our wedding pictures in the library. But this is just to get you an idea how much I loved books. But now we have physical books, which I love to read. I love to hold them. I love to smell them. I like to brush my hands over the pages. And then there are audiobooks, which are phenomenal by itself. Why? Because I can read a book while I'm driving, while I'm walking, while I am ironing, while I'm washing the dishes. It's incredible how much knowledge you can take in doing something else. And also, in the last few years, I have also discovered a most amazing podcasts. Something to broaden your horizons, something to see how you can improve your life. And this has been an amazing journey. And also, what I found now that I'm 40 is that I have become ambitious. Finally, I have never been ambitious, not in my 20s, not in my teens, and not in my 30s. There was always something holding me back to be ambitious. And the funny thing is, I do not want to be ambitious in my corporate job. I just want to do my work, just keep my head down, and I have enough work as it is, and I just want to get through the 8 hours of the day. The ambition comes when I come home, and it comes to how to educate you guys on my favorite topic in the whole wide world, and how to help you lose weight or get healthier with fasting. So that's the ambitious part of me. I want to learn as much as I can. I want to be the best that I can to instruct you, to introduce you to the world of fasting, which very, very few people know. And once you know it, you just don't ever want to get back. So that's the ambitious part of the plan and part of the 40s that I'm living now. And what else? I am starting to get to know myself better. If you watched any of my previous videos about this topic, around this topic, you will know that I had big issues with stress and with burning out, and that was all due to a toxic boss that I had in my corporate job. Now I'm still at that same corporate job, but I have a different assignment and a different boss, so it's easier now. But yes, I have started to really get to know myself, get to know the limits, and I have started to get in tune with my body and what my body needs, because my burnout was not mental, it was physical. I got sick every few weeks. I was at a doctor's office for a different illness, everything from, being so bloated in the head that I couldn't see properly, everything from burning sensations on my skin that I couldn't touch my face, and I had to pour ice water on my face just to get through the 8 hours at work. And then there were difficulty breathing, and then there was diarrhea, severe diarrhea that took me into the hospital, and then there were panic attacks and everything like that. And when that happened, you can watch the video to get more information about that period of my life, which is 3 years ago. But in that period, I really started to, get to know myself better and get to know myself, my limitations better, by writing a journal. And I was writing for 2-3 hours a day when I was in that bad of shape, just because I wanted to get to know me, myself, and how my brain works and what my brain thinks. And yeah, it has been a wild ride, but I think that I have started to get to know and peel off those layers and get to know the real me. So, which brings me to my next point. What else happened when I started to get to know me? I started to realize what I want and what I don't want, and what are my wishes and what are the wishes of others. And that's why I started to stand up for myself. It's been going on very gradually and very quietly, but every win that I do make for myself, it's incredible, and I am so ecstatic. And when I do something like that, even if it's at work, or if it's with my parents, or even if it's with my friends, and I write in my journal and I congratulate myself, because I want to know what my deepest, darkest fears are, and I want to tackle them one by one. And what else? I appreciate my health more after that ordeal with the burnout and with the stressful job that's been going on for 10 years. Because I know that a lot of my problems with my stress have come through not eating properly and through food. So, as you may know, I have been fasting for the past 28 years, and I have been doing it annually, basically, most of the time. And I lose anywhere from 8 to 12 kilograms per 3 weeks, which when I'm fasting. But that doesn't mean that the weight that I lose stays down. And basically every year I have to fast again to feel better, to get my normal health back, and to enjoy life a little bit more, without the additional kilograms, without the bloatiness, without the swollen fingers, and with a little more energy. But that has to repeat every year, and that is why I have undertaken a project of mindful eating, which I will be doing from, I think I started in the beginning of September, and I will be doing to the end of the year, so the 31st of December, and I will be documenting my journey all through every week to see if I will be able to lose 3 kilograms in 3 months. Just to see, because with fasting I lose a great deal of kilograms in just 3 weeks. But now I will be eating, and this is mindful eating, and this is what I would like to introduce into my world alongside with fasting. So this is a project that I am doing. But while we're on that project, I have a question for you. How did you feel when you hit that milestone of 40 years old? I mean, were you nervous? Were you excited, or totally not prepared how it's going to change your life? I mean, so what's the best lesson that you learned so far in this decade? Now, you may have noticed by the glow on my face that I really love being 40. I'm 46 now, so I am nearing my the end of my 40s. I still have 4 years, but okay. But to all of you who are frightened, let me give you a couple of advices. Now, this is the time to get to know yourself. So I would start journaling, as I told you. Start something just because you can. Do some project, decide on a project. Start, I don't know, exercising, start dancing, start, I don't know, swimming, start, take a pottery class. Do something that you always thought about but never did because you never had time, or somebody looked at you like, really, pottery? What were you thinking? Do something out of your normal routine. Share your knowledge with the younger generation, because my favorite and absolutely favorite part of being 40 is that my boys are now so big that I can tell them, I can teach them my values. I can teach them, what I have learned from life, and I can see them, taking that in and shaping those boys into the future men that they are going to be, who are going to, I hope, respect their partners, who will see the loving relationship that me and my husband, show to them daily, and they will be able to take that into their relationship and hopefully to show it to their kids. So this is the best part of the 40s, because in my 30s it was just mechanics, change a diaper, and oh, he's walking, oh, his first words, but they couldn't understand me. Now they know what I'm talking about, and this is the best part of the 40s. Okay, but back to you. Like I said, share your knowledge with the younger generation, but also start learning. Not just take out a project, about that something that you would like to do. Start learning. Start learning about yourself. Start learning about your limitations. Start learning about your body. And I don't know. Find a podcast that feels right. Find a book that feels right. Maybe try something that will enhance your health. Maybe you will even start to think about prolonged fasting. Then keep watching these videos, because you will get to know a lot about fasting. But anyway, what I would like to tell you is that it is a good idea to develop a very, very healthy relationship with your body, because this is the only body that we have. And if nothing else helps, keep this in mind. The average age of people in the world now is around 85. And if you're really lucky, you may get to live longer than that. My great-grandmother was alive until 94, and she just, I don't know, one day she woke up, she went to the bathroom, and then she got back to bed, and she just fell asleep, and that's it. So you can have a very, very, very beautiful life, even in your 80s and 90s. And what I'm saying is, we are halfway. We are halfway. All of our, the most difficult problems and, the most difficult situations, they're behind us. You know how to walk, you know how to write, you have learned something, you probably have a job or vocation, you have a family. Now it's time to take, a step back, and now it's time to think about yourself. And think about it. We still have the same amount of time to get to the end of our life, and we get to experience fully. I mean, isn't that the most beautiful gift that we can be given? So if we keep on top with our health, if we keep on top with our desires and learnings, our lives will be magical. And don't be afraid, of this wonderful era. Embrace it. You will love it. If you take anything away from this video, let it be this. Life after 40 isn't the end of your story. It's the chapter where you finally get to write it your way. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to be perfect. But you can start today, learning what excites you, honoring your body, and building a life that feels like it truly belongs to you. This decade is your invitation to thrive, to grow, to shine. So embrace it. Your 40s can be the best years of your life, and I'm living proof that it's possible. Now, if this video gave you hope, hit that like button, subscribe for more conversations about thriving in your 40s, and share this with a friend who really needs to hear it today. Your next chapter starts now. Let's make it unforgettable together.